Hello out there, all you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear, listening into another 3DS Game Ideas video. And yes, I know that this one has been away for a while, just like many of my other different series, but it's making a comeback. And the game that I'm talking about today is Resident Evil Survivor. I do not remember the name that it had in Japan. I know it's like a part of the I think it's the Dead Aim series of Resident Evil games where you're in first person perspective and shooting zombies and stuff like that. Um, it's actually a really interesting game. Like, it's not really long, but it has multiple branching paths that lead you to different story elements and different puzzles that lead you to different endings, which allow you to unlock a number of different weapons and items and things that can help you on your next playthrough. And the reason I think that this would be a good fit for the 3DS is because, one, it's an older game and it can get an updated look even on the 3DS. So it could basically go from looking like an like a mid-era PS1 game to like a late era, early era, late era GameCube game or early era Wii game, which would be a huge improvement for it. And it could be bumped up to 60 frames per second. You can add gyro to the game for the aiming, or do the cursor aiming with the thumbsticks. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff that can be done. So, and all the buttons and everything are basically the same. And on the new 3DS, you have the additional L and R, ZL and ZR buttons to make up for the lack of buttons that the original 3DS had. But I think even still on the original 3DS and the 2DS and stuff, this would still work. So I could see this game doing very well. As a remake, an updated remake, calling it Resident Evil Survivor 3D, like I titled it. And they could also add in content to the game to allow you to explore more depth. Damn, I forgot this character's name, but the dude, the dude who ends up having amnesia and he thinks he's someone else. I can't remember his name now. And I had it before I even started recording this. I knew his name. I could see that happening and it being a good thing, and I think that it would do really well. And just put it on the eShop as like a $10 download title. It doesn't have to cost much, and it wouldn't cost them much to work on this game and rebuild it and everything. And again, they can add the additional controls, add in aiming with the stylus, add in gyro aiming, and allow you to aim with the thumbstick and the C nub. Circle pad. Why am I saying thumbsticks? Circle pad. But either way, all of that can be done, and making movement and everything a lot simpler. And for people who have a new 3DS, a new 2DS, the dual stick aiming with, again, using the circle pad and the C nub, or if somebody has a circle pad Pro, all of that is advantageous to this. So to me, just looking at it, it'd be another way Capcom can make a quick buck, and they could make it feel more like Resident Evil 7 does, which I like how the feel of Resident Evil 7 for a Resident Evil game, even though it doesn't feel like Resident Evil, but the way it controls feels pretty good. So if they could add that control scheme to Resident Evil Survivor and update its look and put it on the 3DS, you have a winner, even if the game is short. Because, one, again, $10 download title. They do not have to make it physical. They can make it a $10 download. It wouldn't have to be that big, honestly. There you go. And it would be a good game to be on the 3DS. But that's it. I mean, I could go over what makes the game good, through the story and everything, but I think that would be more for people to find out on their own. And if you have not played it, I'd really suggest finding if you can find a copy of the PS1 version of the game, or I think it's also on PlayStation Store on PS3. I don't know about PS4. I think it's on PlayStation Store for PS3 though. I'm not certain. You'll have to check. But that's it. Thank you guys very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears out for more stuff from me. And until the next time, please enjoy your games and peace out.